I'm Muddaman Dan, and I recently did a track day at Oregon Raceway Park with the Too Fast Track Day organization. It was a great track day. I've done one track day before. That was about 4 years ago, and it was right after I bought this FZ-09. So yeah, I'm doing the track day on my FZ-09. I'm running the beginner class today, so that's level 100. This is right at the start that we're looking at right now. So we're coming out, going nice and slow. Tires are cold, people are cold, so following an instructor around and just kind of getting warmed up. Let me break down the track day format for you a little bit if you're not familiar with it. So, like I said, I'm in the 100 level, beginner level. There's 3 levels, 100, 200, and 300. That is beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Each group gets 20 minutes of the hour. So, like, beginner is, we're going to go from 8:40 to 9, and then 9:40 to 10, and so on until like 5 or 6 o'clock at night. And then, you know, intermediate gets the middle 20 minutes of the hour, advanced gets the beginning, and we just kind of keep rotating out. As the day went on, I picked up the pace, and I actually ended up scraping a peg for the first time, which was pretty startling.
So, you don't realize how much faster you're going, right, when you're on the track, and when you start leaning over, it feels like a normal thing to just kind of start tipping the bike over, right, which is good. But when you're hauling ass like that, you'll start dragging hard parts.
Yeah.
So you actually drug your pegs on the ground.
I felt my right one. That was the first time I've drug it.
Yeah, so
it startled me a little bit.
Yeah, it's scary because, well, at least yours fold up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It doesn't just pick the ass end up in the air. But if you try and get your head more out over your hand and stand the bike up some more, you can carry the same amount of corner speed, but you just got to get off it. So yeah, looking good out there.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mark, for the advice and pep talk. It's an awesome community of people out there. So here we actually have a third-person view of me on the FZ-09. I ended up in the pits next to a very nice couple of people, Star and Doug. It was a pleasure meeting them, and we decided to put a GoPro on Star's bike, so this is on the front of Star's bike, following me around, and then at some point we switched and I followed her around. That was an awesome experience. Okay, so far this video has been pretty chopped up, but for the rest of this video, I'm going to give you 2 solid laps. So this will be going clockwise, and I'm going to be following Star, and I'll be calling off turn numbers and just giving you a tour of Oregon Raceway Park. And then the one after that, the next day, we went counterclockwise, so we're going to go the opposite direction, and it'll just be kind of a fun rambling tour where I'll tell you a little bit about the track. Okay, so this is the track map. I'm not smart enough to put this anywhere but the middle of the screen, so it's going to go away in a minute, but I will link to it down in the description if you want to follow along. You can see that there's turns labeled T1 through T16. So this first lap we're going to be going clockwise, so it'll be T1, T2, T3, and so on in order. The one after this we're going to go in reverse, so we'll be starting with 16, then 15, on down to 1. Okay, clockwise. Here we go down the front straight. This is not a particularly long front straight. I think 120 miles per hour was probably the fastest I hit on it all day. And we're coming into turn 1, coming off the straight into turn 1. Star is carrying really good speed. That was something that I was barely starting to get comfortable with at the end of day 1 here. So now we're coming into turn 2. Turn 2 is, I think, the sharpest turn on the track. It's more than 90 degrees. And turn 2 opens up into a straight section, which leads into turn 3, but you can build some speed on that straight between 2 and 3. Decent amount of downhill right here on the way into turn 3, this left-hander. And this left-hander 3 is a little bit off camber. We were warned about this one at the beginning of the day, that it's a popular one to crash in, and we did have 1 or 2 people who slid out in that one. Here's 4 right here, kind of a sweeper off camber to the right, and then 5 right here to the left, and 5 leads into this uphill right here. You can really get on the gas and build some speed in this straight, and keep that speed as there's a gentle right-hander, which is turn 6 at the top of the hill. Once you're past 6, you can see the turn coming up, 7 here, which is a blind left-hander. It goes down a hill, and then you get yourself set up for 8 here. 8 is a real long right-hand sweeper. It's a fun corner, and 8 leads into the half pipe, which you can just see now. So turn 9 right here is the first part of the half pipe, and then turn 10 is the second part, and they're both these very awesomely cambered corners. You can really feel the bike grip up. So now we're coming into 11 here. 11 cuts hard right and up the hill, and then you get a straight section, build some speed. 12 is so gentle of a corner, it's barely noticeable. It's right here. And then once you're past 12, you're getting set up for 13. 13 is actually 13 is the sharpest corner on the track. I lied about 2. So we're through 13 there, probably the slowest corner on the track, and coming up to 14. 14 is a little bit off camber, and it's an uphill right-hander, but it opens up here. You can really get on the gas and come past 15 right here at this cone, and then you're setting yourself up for 16 right here, the left-hander coming onto the front straight. 16 is the last corner. Here we go, open it up, and that is a lap as soon as we cross the line right here. Okay, great. So we'll watch Star enter one more time because she just does it so well, and then we'll switch around and do this the other direction. There we go. Okay, just a quick plug before we get started on this counterclockwise lap. If you're interested in the cameras that I'm using or anything, or just are interested in supporting the channel, there'll be some links in the description down below. I appreciate that you've watched the video up to this point, and I hope you enjoy the rest. Yeah, if you click on those links, even if you go buy toilet paper, you don't have to buy the item that you clicked on. I get a small commission, and it's very appreciated. Okay, now here we go, down the front straight, and we're going the other direction now, and we're crossing the line right now. So start of this lap. We're coming into turn 16 now, coming to turn 16 pretty hot off that front straight, and it's kind of blind, so you really gotta get it leaned over. A little nerve-wracking there. For me, most nerve-wracking corner this direction. We just passed turn 15, that was that left-hander, coming into 14. 14 is kind of awesome and kind of scary. It's very off-camber, more off-camber than it looks like in the video. Sweeps around left, and once you're done with that, then you're getting ready to turn into 13. 13 is this right-hander, still the sharpest corner on the track, and you really got to slow down for this one, and then get on that throttle because you've got a straight section after it. And get past this guy and come in. You can start to see the brake markers for 11 here. Oh yeah, we passed 12 by the way back there. So 11's this left-hander, and 11 sets us up for the half pipe. So here we go. Oh, somebody lost a piece of their bike there. That's the first corner of the half pipe, 10, and then 9 is right here, is this right-hander. And coming out of 9, coming out of the half pipe, we're coming on to 8, and 8 is this left-handed sweeper now, and it gets pretty off camber, especially right in here when you really are driving out of it. So that's an interesting one. And then this blind uphill is, well, I'm losing track of my numbers backwards. That was 7, and then we're coming up to 6. 6 right here is this left-hander. You can carry some real speed through this section. And then as we come down the hill, we're coming towards 5, and this is a pretty sharp downhill here, and we load up that front and come through 5. And then we're setting up for 4. 4 is going to be a left-hander that's going uphill, and we really don't need to carry that much speed through it because 3, the one coming up right after it, is very sharp right. So here we go through 3, practically come to a stop there, and then get on that gas because now we've got a straight section up this hill, coming out of 3 and towards 2. So you'll see 2 over the crest right here, and get on those brakes because 2 is a very sharp left-hander. Get on the concrete a little bit past the apex of 2. Open it up, getting ready to sweep through 1. 1 is the last corner going this direction. We're getting set up for that front straight, and open that thing up and finish our lap. Just get on that gas. Here we go, and here comes the line right here, and that is a lap going counterclockwise around Oregon Raceway Park. You have made it to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you'll consider subscribing. I don't post very consistently, but I do post from time to time. That does help me out, and it makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Go ahead and leave a comment down below if you've got something to say too. I'd just like to thank everyone that was at this track day, from Too Fast for putting it on to everyone who attended. It was just a great group of people, great track. I had a wonderful time. I'm looking forward to doing more track days in the future. The Ridge is closer in my neck of the woods, so I'm going to try to get out there one more time this season. And hopefully I'll see you guys out there.